All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. So, after their 12 and 26 start to this MLB season, the Pittsburgh Pirates today made the decision to relieve manager Derek Shelton of his duties because apparently he's the guy that is holding this team back from being a contender. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not here to cry the blues for Derek Shelton. Why? Because in 5+ years as a manager of the Pirates, we're talking about Shelton having a record of 306 and 440. Okay. Don't get me wrong. He was not exactly Miller Huggins, but the Pirates' issues are bigger, much bigger than the skipper that they just fired. All right. You look at Pittsburgh, they have not produced a winning season since 2018. All right. And over that time, they have multiple 100 loss seasons on their resume. They haven't made the playoffs since 2015. And you've got to go all the way back to 1992 when the Pirates were still in the National League East to find the last time that this team won a division title of any kind. Plain and simply put, the Pirates continue to be a poorly run organization. Okay. And that falls into the lap of their team owner, Bob Nutting. And of course, we cannot leave out general manager Ben Charrington from this conversation either. Charrington has been the Pirates GM for as long as Shelton was the manager. And it was Charrington who was the one who put this team together, not Shelton. Okay. And for me, there needs to be accountability all around for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean, you look at this roster. Once you take out starting pitcher Paul Skeens from the equation, where's the talent on this team? There isn't any. And I'll put the Pirates in the same category as I put any team, other team out there. And we've got some bad organizations right now in Major League Baseball. Okay. And I will say this, just because you are a small market organization, it does not mean that you cannot go out there and compete. You just got to do it a little bit differently. It's all about drafting, it's all about developing your talent, and it's all about having a system. And the Pirates have none of that. Okay. How many times are we going to sit up here and see the Pirates pick early in the draft and it doesn't work out? Too many to recall. Okay. And it's sad when you think about this organization. And of course, the Pirates are actually one of MLB's oldest franchises. All right. Long storied history prior to like 1995. All right. A litany of Hall of Famers, you name it. Okay. Multiple World Series championships, you name it. Okay. You think about some of the greats that have played for the Pirates over the years: Roberto Clemente, Willie Stargell, Barry Bonds, Ralph Kiner, just to name a few. Okay. And this is a situation where this organization should, and I repeat, should not as be as bad as they've been. And it's so sad because this team has not won a division since Barry Bonds still played for this team, which is more than 30 years ago. It's also a shame that the Pirates continue to have one of the nicest home fields in Major League Baseball, but they continue to charge the folks of Western Pennsylvania big league money for a minor league product at PNC Park. You ask yourself, will things change for the better for Pittsburgh? Hopefully, for the sake of their fans, sooner rather than later, but it ain't happening here in 2025. Pirates already began today, 10 games out of first place in the NL Central. And it looks like they are well on their way to another last place finish. The Pirates haven't finished higher than fourth in this division since 2016. Okay. And again, they have never won the NL Central. You have a team in the Houston Astros that used to play in the NL Central, is now in the American League West. and the Astros have won more NL Central crowns than the Pirates, and the Astros haven't played in this division now for more than 10 years. Okay, that just gives you an idea of how bad it is for Pittsburgh. So, is it time for Bob Nutting to sell this team? I think that time has come and gone. Don't get me wrong. I think he should still sell. I'm sure there are business people in the Pittsburgh area or, Western PA, Eastern Ohio, wherever that could do a better job running this franchise than Nutting does. Because at the end of the day, there's not competing, and then there's the Pittsburgh Pirates. And what they continue to do is flat out pathetic. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it as far as the way that this organization is run. It's only a matter of time before Paul Scanes wants out of town. And for me, I feel like, you know what? Ben Charrington's time with the Pirates has come and gone as well. They need some fresh blood. They need somebody in here that knows how to find talent, and more importantly knows how to draft and develop it. Okay, there is no reason why everybody else in this division has taken an opportunity of taking their rounds, beating up on the Pirates. I mean, just look at this division alone. You've got the Milwaukee Brewers, another small market team. That has not prevented the Brewers from going out there and competing and getting to the playoffs and winning this division. Why can't the Pirates do the same thing? Just something to throw out there. I mean, you look at this organization and what they continue to do is pathetic. They're 12 and 26 this season, one of the worst offenses in the National League. You remove Paul Skynes from the equation, and the pitching is horrific. And honestly, he's the only thing that this fan base can grasp to right now. You just look at the ticket sales, okay, for games that he starts in comparison to any other home game that the Pirates have for the week. Okay, it's night and day. And if you are the Pirates organization, you have to do and you should do everything in your power to take care of him and get him, secured to a long-term deal. But I got news for you, it's probably not going to happen because he's probably reading the room, and he at some point is going to say, "Hey, I can get paid anywhere in Major League Baseball. I want to go someplace where I have an opportunity, maybe not to win, but at least to compete, and everybody's going to know what I'm doing." You don't It's not because you're in a small market that you cannot have household names, because the Pirates once upon a time in the late 80s and early 90s proved that. Barry Bonds, Bobby Bonilla, Andy Van Slyke, Doug Drabeck, we can go right down the list. You go back to the 1970s, Dave Parker, Willie Stargell, okay, even before them, Roberto Clemente, Bill Mazeroski, Ralph Kiner. We can go right down the list. So just because you play in a small market does not prevent you from competing, does not prevent you from creating a good quality product that people want to see, doesn't prevent you from going out there and having household names. What the Pirates have done and what the Pirates continue to do ain't getting it done. I don't know where the Pirates go from here. You could use the term reset, you could use the term rebuild, but how many times are we going to continue to use those terms with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and we're right back to square one? This, I mean, you just need new and fresh blood running this organization at this point. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Bob Nutting don't care. Okay, Ben Charrington's probably going to be out of a job soon. He needs to be, because again, this all does not fall into the lap of Derek Shelton. He was just the perfect scapegoat. Now here, I'm not lobbying for Derek Shelton to still be the manager of the Pirates, because clearly he showed that he can't get it done. But he's not, and he wasn't the only inept person at what they were supposed to do within this organization. The stench continues, and it's a shame. Okay, because the sports fans in Western Pennsylvania, they're diehards. Okay, they support their Penguins, they support the Pirates, they support the Steelers, Penn State football, Pitt football, you name it. Okay, and what the Pirates have become is an albatross of what this organization has been and what this organization should continue to be. Like I said, Derek Shelton was his perfect scapegoat, but at the end of the day, it's time for the Pirates to clean house in more ways than one. But folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank each and every one of you for checking out this 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. And as always, if you like what you heard and saw in this podcast, please feel free to hit that like button as well as subscribing to this channel. Like I always say, it's greatly appreciated. Also, if you're on the X, formerly known as Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now you can check it out, drop that line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. Also, just like it is for Twitter, you can check me out on Instagram at 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge. And like I always say, you give me that follow, I'll give you that follow right back. But until next time, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I'm signing off, and I'm saying thanks once again for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. Be well, everybody.